In his best-selling book on brain plasticity, respected clinician and author Dr. Norman Doidge wrote, "If there is a panacea in medicine, it's walking." His words come from a broader analysis of the imperative that human beings utilize their ability to move. I'm Russell Joy, and I'm the founder of Mickey's, where we build e-textiles that help movement disorders patients walk more efficiently. I founded Mickey's because my father was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2010. I was en route to medical school at the time, so I dug into the literature to learn everything I could about the disease. I learned that Parkinson's is the second most prevalent neurodegenerative disorder in the world, and that it causes a slow degradation in walking ability, which leads to social isolation, frequent falls, and devastating, costly comorbidities. Most significantly, I learned that outside of a gold standard drug that's been essentially unchanged since the 1970s, there just aren't many effective non pharmacological methods that address Parkinsonian symptoms. However, I kept digging and I came across a body of research on external cueing. This research indicates that external cues, that is, tactile, auditory, and visual cues like a tap on the shoulder or the sound of a metronome, can actually help Parkinson's disease patients improve their walking ability. This felt miraculous. I figured I could jump online and easily pick out cueing devices to help my father. But after many an unsuccessful search, it became clear that good products don't yet exist in this space. What you see here represents the current state of the art: clunky, expensive medical devices that immediately mark the user as sick, which attracts unwanted social stigma that is a significant deterrent to product adoption. Thus, we've set out to establish a new standard of care. Our first product in development is a pair of comfortable, stylish compression shorts with lightweight sensors and actuators, miniature motors built into each leg of the undergarment. As the user walks forward, the onboard sensors detect leg velocity, which triggers tactile cues that are delivered by the actuators on the surface of the user's skin, akin to a cell phone vibration when receiving a call or text message. These cues travel along neural pathways that suppress or bypass parts of the brain that become blocked in Parkinson's disease, leading to improved walking performance along a host of well-established gait metrics, such as stride length, walking speed, and gait variability. Ultimately, the user walks more safely and efficiently when using our product, and no one other than the user is aware of the augmenting device at work. The fact that our wearable is unobtrusive and fits seamlessly into users' everyday lives removes a very real barrier to product adoption. I'd like to walk you through the way we're thinking about market opportunity. Let's focus on US customers, as we'll need to demonstrate traction domestically before expanding into international markets. There are approximately 1 million Parkinson's disease patients in the US today, and that number is projected to grow by 2.6% over the next 10 years. We're targeting early to mid-stage patients, as this is the subset of the population that stands to benefit most from external cueing modalities, as validated by existing research. This represents 3/4 of the patient population. Using reasonable assumptions around market penetration given the competitive landscape, we forecast winning about 75,000 paying customers by the end of 2025. We'll find customers via 2 distribution channels. First, we'll be selling our product through physical therapy management companies, which own large swaths of the 40,000 or so physical therapy clinics that operate in the US. We have already engaged with business development leaders at several of the nation's largest physical therapy management companies. Our second distribution channel is direct to consumer. We will leverage existing relationships with key advocacy groups in order to build customer awareness and drive sales. By pricing our product below more expensive alternatives, we believe we can generate significant revenue in a relatively short time frame, thereby positioning Mickey's for acquisition by medical device companies. We are exploring existing CPT codes in order to develop our reimbursement strategy, and we plan to initiate discussions with payers later this year. Also, it's worth noting that we've begun to evaluate much larger adjacent markets, think luxury wellness and smart textiles, that have the potential to multiply revenues and widen the funnel in terms of prospective acquirers. We're a small and growing team with expertise across healthcare, engineering, data science, and design disciplines. I've spent time in all 3 verticals of the healthcare value chain, first on the clinical side as a medical student, and then in subsequent sales roles at a medical device company, as well as a health insurance payer. Thus, I am uniquely positioned to lead our company through the maze that is today's healthcare system. In 2019, we founded the company, developed our first prototype, began collecting bench data, won a grant through the National Science Foundation I-Corps program, which sent us to the World Parkinson Congress in Kyoto, Japan, and we were invited to apply to the Michael J. Fox Foundation's flagship grant program. A busy year for sure. This spring, we were set to launch a pilot study in conjunction with the Abilities Research Center at Mount Sinai, which was put on hold in light of COVID. We've adjusted the study protocol, which now allows for IRB approved in-home clinical trialing if lab access is not possible this year. The Mount Sinai team specializes in establishing new standards of care using innovative rehabilitation technologies and is led by David Petrino, Director of Rehabilitation Innovation for the entire Mount Sinai Health System and a highly visible expert in the space. Otherwise, we're heads down on product development, including textile prototyping with our garment partner, Atelier Amelia, and we're working with a professional grant writer to submit proposals to the Michael J. Fox Foundation and the National Science Foundation's SBIR program. We'll be filing a provisional patent in June with the help of the IP practice group at McCarter and English. We aim to raise a $500,000 seed round, which will allow us to build out the team and prepare our prototype for the pilot study at Mount Sinai. In 2021, we will conduct multi-site trialing, and pending FDA clearance, we plan to go to market in 2022. In summary, we're building a novel e-textile to improve walking ability in Parkinson's disease patients that fits seamlessly into users' daily lives. We have a team that is well suited to the task at hand. There is significant existing research that validates our concept, and we're on schedule to launch a clinical trial this year with premier research partners. Again, we are raising a $500,000 seed round, which will be used to bring on engineering, data science, and design talent, finalize our proof of concept wearable, and execute our first round of clinical trialing. Thank you very much for your time today. My contact information is included here, and my Calendly link is open for meetings. I look forward to speaking with you soon.